best in the league. Haven't even had to get out of second gear, really. Apart from the players that have been fouled, nobody's kit's dirty. Arteta, stop hugging Pep, man. Stop hugging Pep. You look, get in the change. Just get in the change rooms. Get in the change rooms. Get in the change rooms. You don't need to walk back to London. You lot can't be tired. No one ran up and down enough. Subs, if your name's Nelson, Holding, you scored, I respect it. Big up City. So where do we start, people? What is there to say? Where do we go from here, people? Win, lose, or draw, as usual. One love to everybody tuned in. But what is there to say? It was diabolical in all aspects. The only thing we did well is mash up the clean sheet. Among everything, I would like a bit more from Arteta in terms of the tactics or switching it up. But fundamentally, we never believed. We all know games can be won or lost in the tunnel. Sorry, and I think it was that. I think we were naive as we've ever been. I think City have exploited the areas that they know. They know we're weak on the transitions. They know we play ourselves into problems with errors, much like the last goal you just saw. They know we're shaky from set pieces. Obviously, with a bit of help from VAR to correct an error with John Stones being on side. We're a very naive team. Obviously, we were shook, and you could see that early doors with a couple of the passes and touches. You saw them score in the 7th minute and just score just before the end of the first half. I actually feel we came out slightly better than we was in the first half, which the bar's on the floor. But then they scored 10 minutes in. Just showed a lot of naiveties and inability to control our emotions, not just today, but against West Ham, against Southampton, against Liverpool. And I think it's been a range of emotions. I would say we were very complacent against West Ham. I think we were very scared in the second half against Liverpool, and we felt we was comfortable against Liverpool in the first half. Southampton, we was too emotional when we conceded the second goal, and it looked like we was feeling the pressure coming into this. Today is a bit different because I just feel it's all the same theme, but I just don't think there was genuinely any belief. I don't think they were playing. I think they were playing with a mental block. I don't think they enjoyed what they were doing, and there's not a single reason to enjoy themselves, if you're honest. I don't think they enjoyed how they played today. I think they lacked a lot of desire. I'm not going to quite say the players don't care because I don't believe that, but some can't fight, won't fight, don't know how to fight. I think they crumbled in the tunnel essentially. I think they lacked belief. If anything, they should enjoy it. This is a privileged problem. You've achieved your goal from August of being in the Champions League. It's a privileged position to fight for the bonus allegedly. Because I don't look at the league table in the Premier League title, and I don't think we really looked like we was in that last saloon. As I said, I'd rather us die on our feet than live on our knees, and we didn't do that. We were shook. Everyone was shook. If you're not, even though Jorginho's kind of done had a part to play in the goal we've conceded, Holding's obviously got savage for a couple of goals, and Holding's done what Holding's done, but he ain't been the worst player on the pitch. At least he's messed up the clean sheet at the very least. Nelson, to say impressive cameos a bit overdoing it, but he looked a lot better than Saka. Really, if you're Smith Rowe, a bit anonymous, but the subs, I ain't got really anything for you. The only time I'm seeing desire from my players is when they want to try fight Grealish and Diaz and stuff. And again, I understand why, but control your emotions. They've got you done. They've got you done. City never had to be out of second gear, and it's testament to City. They are doing everything that we need to do. Forget players for a sec. Managing games, street smartness, knowing when to feed off that anger, knowing when not to play into it, knowing when to frustrate the opposition. How much times are they just kicking us with Partey and Grealish? That's what makes them great players among everything. We showed a lot of naivety today, but we never really wanted it. We crumbled. I don't know if you crumbled because you know how great these City players are. I don't know if you're thinking about what the ramifications of this game are. I don't know. Anything can still happen, but City are in the driver's seat if they win their next 2 games. You're in that territory, which I've not believed in this league title all season. You can tell, I've entertained it, where you can tell with me saying I ain't looked at the league table, definitely in the last few weeks. And you're in the scenario, which I used to say is that, if it was in your hands and you equated something today, you would have done something, but now you're relying on other teams. And in life, there's a such thing as fight or flight, right? Our backs are against the wall. The threat is about to come and get us. At some point, you either hit back, and if you're going to go out, you're going to go out like a legend, or you're going to curl into a ball and accept the inevitable. And we did the latter today. I always ask, especially in the bigger games, that we have no regrets. A number of players will have regrets out there today. A number of regrets. What I will say is thank you to Haaland, because you was nice enough to wait 15 seconds before scoring, and Foden actually to get his little assist. Fair enough, man. But, you know, it's hard not to admire that City team, if I'm completely honest with you, because they've got everything that I wish we had, away from obviously the ability of the players, which very few could do whatever. But, you know, Jesus, you tried in the second half with the pointless dribbling. Zinchenko, you was never with it today. Odegaard, what did you do? And I'm not scapegoating, because what did any player do? I think Ramsdale could have done better for at least 2 of the goals, but our keeper's the last line of defence. I think Holding showed a good reaction to getting skimmed by Haaland, but ultimately we ain't learned our lessons from last year playing someone like that. Benjamin White weren't with it really. Saka terrible today. You're my guy. You got us here. Martinelli anonymous. Everyone. Granite limited. Anonymous. Odegaard not bringing nothing to the table. And another game where, you know, game after game now, I love Odegaard. I'm defending him. It's not a scapegoating thing, but you've lost the ball in a stupid area, trying stupid passes. You know, on the transition, it's terrible. And for a team that was one of the best pressing sides in the Premier League early on, we've lost that intensity. We've lost that sharpness. We've lost the smile on our face and the enjoyment. Not enjoying it. So you deserve what's ever said. I always ask, all I want is no regrets. And it hasn't been that. So, big up you lot, City, innit? Like, Arsenal, I don't want to see no one connected to Arsenal. I don't want to see any players feeling sorry for themselves. I don't want to hear we need to do better. Talking is done on the pitch, and City did it. You didn't react like a team today that went out there like, yo, this is the last one. You know, if had you have won this, which you didn't, it's still open. And mathematically, it's still open. There's still a lot of variables for all the fans that are doing all of that, but it's gone, bro. It was gone before it was gone. So, yeah, man. As usual, Arsenal fan or not, I appreciate everybody that is tuned in, because without you lot, it's pointless, you know. I don't know about Grass Green on the other side. Oh, I had too much faith in Jesus. We bought him for these moments. Everyone was crap. He must have, man. He still didn't back his mum, though. Man, we're gassing up Holding. Nah, he scored, bro. All I asked is someone mash up the clean sheet, you know. That's all I asked. From when it became clear. And for Arteta, as I said, I'm not going to sit here and act up. I wanted the back 4, because I felt I was of the thinking we got to keep things the same. I wouldn't have cried if he went with a back 3. But watching it, we didn't try and do anything different, you know. And it's disappointing, because the last 2 games we played against City, they've been way more evenly matched than what we saw. So maybe Arteta gave them some tactics and mentally they weren't with it. I don't know. But it weren't there, was it? So, really. And for me, as you lot heard me during the watch along, it became evidently clear we would have still probably shipped them goals and maybe conceded more, but it became evident that we needed to go back 3 in it. You know, it was the same trick for a couple of moments for City, really. And they were kind to us. They beat us 4-1, definitely in the first half. They should have been 4-5-1 in the first half. You could see long ball into the channels. Kevin De Bruyne, a joy to watch, world-class player. Haaland, quiet day from him relatively, but he scored, shows why he's decisive. And if you're a striker in this league trying to win Golden Boot, everybody needs to lobby for another award to be given, really, because it's done in it. Yeah, terrible. We're an improved defensive side. We're not a good defensive side, and you saw that now. So all of the bad that has been here this season has transcended today, really, and it's come to light. You sign up for this when you're naive, and you can fool some of the people some of the time. Can't fool everyone all the time. And football's an emotional sport, but unfortunately, as I've been saying all week, you can't be surprised at the manner of the goals we're conceding and the naiveties if you've genuinely been watching us all season. 266 likes, people. One love for that. Can we get to 300 before the end of the stream? If you have hit the like button, one love, man. They better rerun. You saw Saka's face from the kickoff. He looked totally shit. I love Saka. And it's not, I know everything, but and again, I can't read into it. It might be a poker face, but I said it. I love Saka. You helped us get here, really. But you look shook. You looked absolutely shook. And for me, it's about pride. If nothing more, bro, now it's 12, but you ain't won there since 2015. Lord knows how many goals you have conceded there. Oh, wait, it's basically a win. I swear this is the first time we've scored at the Etihad in a hot second. This is the first time we have scored at the Etihad in a hot minute. But on a serious note, it's been embarrassing playing against them. Footballers, like human beings, we're very prideful. Footballers, professional athletes, which everything is about you, especially in today's day and age where everyone comes out and makes comments and stuff, acts like they know you and all of these things as a person, let alone as a footballer. I never saw pride today. I never saw pride. And, you know, considering we've been a lot better away from home, I don't know what you rocked up with. Pardon me, until we learn to be a lot more street smart, get our mentality right, as much as it's about getting players in, and we're not going to get anywhere. Until we love defending, statistically, somehow we're one of the best, if not their best defensive side, but we're one of them this season. Until we learn to love the defensive aspects and the dirty aspects of this game, this club will not go to where it needs to go. It's been a great season of progress. A lot of things have been introduced that haven't been there. But now if you're looking at a league, fighting for a league title, which is now gone, you can't praise, again, on another hand, you can't praise them for this because, you know, a team that wants to do that should be competitive, should have desire, should have all of these things. You don't praise Mayweather for being consistent. You don't praise Pep for knowing all the things he knows. It comes with the territory if you want to go to where he needs to go. And it's a good sobering reminder. If any of these players thought they were better than what they are, you might be here or wherever. It's up there with them, man. And this is a season people said City are not good and all this jazz. This was the moment City were looking at where the Sharks were gonna circle. They've got it, and that's where it's won or lost. You got to build on this for everyone. You know, you could see you could see what we're missing without a number 8, without another number 6. Obviously, defensively, you take a couple of players out. The defensive errors again, players are not doing from the first minute. You could see issues. I understand going long from time to time. Shit, I even understand going long consistently. I get it in a team like this, but it doesn't make sense to me why we're just hoofing it really, because we've got no output. Jesus out of 10 duels against Diaz, he'll probably win about 2. Even if he wins it, he's trying to dance past 10 man. His peak, he brings it down. Nobody's next to him. You know, the only positives is that we've messed up the clean sheet. Nelson had a 1-2 skills. That's about it. And we, not that he did it today, but you need and I'm not going to get Xhaka too much because allegedly he was ill, but we need a lot more than left backs conducting. Gabriel got a lot of time for you. You got spam for the goal, but even like the mentality, bro, I'm seeing man try to fight, and I get it. Anyone that plays with me Sunday League, you know what time it is. We don't need to do the chattings. Keep your heads. Channel that, because when you lot are fighting Diaz in the corner flag, that's the closest you lot got to a City player. That's the closest Saka got to taking on someone today. Use that anger and fuel it. They're trying to rattle you, and this is what you don't need to be doing to other teams. We're too nice. And I'm not saying this wrong, because you in life you should be able to be nice and be a nice person and stuff. But as we know, the world isn't like that. We're getting fouled. We're like, oh my God, Rev, help us, help me, bro. You're seeing Grealish. Grealish is walking past you, bang. Ref, bro. We have to start being like Eddie Guerrero. So it's a sobering reminder that if anyone believes they're at a level they think they're not there. Just blame the coach and his time is up. Or allow it, man. Come on now. Arteta has to hold his hands up, but come on now. There might be a reality where if we keep having seasons like we've had now, or we improve to where we want, then maybe move on Arteta. But stop being silly. Stop being silly. On the 26th of the 4th, 2023, Arteta is the right man for this. I ain't trying to hear all of that. We got 5 games left, man. It's Haaland, man. Ramsdale made some saves, but he also let himself down. Arteta out 4 years and nothing to show for it, but an FA Cup. Fair, you know what? Fair enough. No, it weren't because Saka. This is the one game I'm not hearing that with Saka. He's doubled up against, and that he was crap today. Like, you was my guy. You had a crap game. You're definitely not a crap player. You was crap today. It's simple. You was rubbish today, innit? There's nothing wrong with that. You was rubbish today. Like, man. Listen, what other content creators are saying, that's good for them. Please, I can only be accountable for myself and others, and I don't really give a flying monkeys what they have to say, with the greatest of respect. I haven't asked for him to be sacked. Bro, if you stage fright, cool in sick in it. Exactly. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You knew what the first goal for me was the best example of that, because that's almost the goal we knew was going to happen. By the fourth goal, heads up, that's very frustrating because we've given, again, I'm not surprised by it because we've been doing it all season, but you've handed that to City. And I hope they've got to see that, because if you're in this a year from now, you can't do that with City a year from now. If you're in the Champions League, what do you think is going to happen? You've given them that. City have shown why they're a great team. And I hope you lot got a good look around the stadium, a good look of what those players done. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know where the change rooms are and if they're really adjacent, but I'm pretty sure you will hear celebrations. You could see the mentality. I hope you lot see how far you have to go in this thing, which is you don't even know how far you have to go. You don't even know what you need to do. These brothers, they don't even have a clue, man. They don't have a clue. It's not enough to be good. You've got to want to be great. And you've definitely got to go out fighting. As I always say, I'd rather live on my feet than die on my knees. You lot was ready to do. City just had their way with you. Bunch of Adinas today, unfortunately. That's how the game goes, man. Just wish you lot did this at the start of the season and then got it together, man, because you lot aroused the imagination of a lot of Arsenal fans. Try to tell people, calm the hell down. It's like you don't see this movie. Absolutely crazy, man. Bro, they're ish, man. Very lucky it was an 8. Zinny out. Zinny's still my guy, but this is you can't be rocking up with the false left back thing. He crumbled to everybody crumbled, man. I don't know how many goals we've conceded, but I'm pretty sure we're up there. Holding is crap, but again, you can't really draw out Holding. Like, he shouldn't be playing anyways, and at least you can say he scored and he got savage, but at least Holding showed some damn character to a degree. Like, again, even before he scored, I'm sure Holding had a chance, and he would, it's a disgrace that we're looking at Holding to build play, but yeah, man. Is it time to make Trossard a permanent replacement for Martinelli? Listen, Martinelli was terrible today. Trossard's been playing well, but let's not forget what Martinelli's been doing for us. Like, why have we got to do this? I'm not saying you, but why have we got to start doing this reactionary stuff? Like, now every player's the best or the worst players in the world. But you can legitimately say Arteta out if you want, but it's a madness. I got gassed. I brought merch. Arsenal got my money. I told you, don't let this lot gas you. At least you'll be looking saucy. We've got lit stuff in it. That's one thing about Arsenal. We've got elite clothes, but yeah, please stop spamming. Bro, the defense is on everyone, man. How we lucky? We lost 4-1, man. It's absolutely mad. Absolutely terrible, man. Jesus stinker. But yeah, man. Everyone, bro. If anything, I'll give it to Nelson, man. Like, cause he looked like the one guy, man. DG, we lost the league in Jan. This thing started falling apart. Ain't that when really the top 4 started crumbling last year? Bro, he's got a thingy.